This is Module 1, Lesson 5. In this lesson, we'll be comparing numbers based on meanings of the digits using greater than, less than, or equal to record the comparison. And we're going to start again with our place value chart. That was the template from Lesson 2. And we're going to label our headings, our units, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and millions. And we're going to write two numbers in our place value chart that we're going to be comparing. The first number is 3,010. And the second number is 2,040. And we're going to draw a place value disk to show each of these numbers. So for 3,000s, we're going to draw 3 place value disks and 1 for the tens, and then 2 hundreds and 4 for the tens. And we're going to compare these two numbers. So 1,010, we're going to put a circle here where we're going to write one of the symbols to show greater than, less than, or equal to, and 2,040. Now to make the comparison, the first thing we're going to do is find the largest, the greatest unit value. So we know that the unit values increase as we move from right to left. So we're going to find the leftmost unit, which would be the thousands. And we see in the first number we have 3,000s, and in the second number we have 2,000s. So regardless of what comes after this, if we have 3,000 in the first number and 2,000 in the second number, the first number automatically has to be greater than the second number. So we would say 3,010 is greater than 2,040. Now, if we'd started with a different place value instead of the largest one, let's say we did the tens, we would have incorrectly said, well, 4 is greater than 1, so this number is greater than this one. But in fact, we always have to start with the greatest place value. So we would start with thousands, compare those, and what happens after that doesn't really matter. So 3,010 is greater than 2,040. So let's erase that. And we're going to try a different two numbers to compare. So we're going to show first 43,021, and the second number would be 45,302. Now this time we're going to try to do it without making the place value dots. We're just going to look at the numbers. So we're going to start with the greatest place value. So again, the farthest one to the left would be the greatest, 10,000s. And we see in this circumstance, they're both the same. They both have 4 10,000s. So that doesn't help us determine which is going to be greater and which is going to be less. So we're going to then move to the next greatest value, which is the thousands. And we can see that we have 5,000s here and 3,000s here. And since 5,000 is greater than 3,000, 45,302 has to be greater than 43,021. We could also write it the other way of 43,021 is less than 45,302. So again, if the largest place values are the same, then we move to the next greatest one and compare those. All right, let's erase this. Now this time instead of looking at two numbers, we're going to look at three and compare the three numbers to each other. So on your chart, we're going to write 32,434, then 32,644, and then 32,534. So again, we're going to start with the same procedure. We're going to look at the largest place value, which is the 10,000s, and we see that all three of these are the same. So that doesn't help us in terms of determining which is the greatest one. Then we move to the thousands. We see these are also all the same. So that doesn't help us either. Now we go to the hundreds, and now these are different. So we have 400s, 600, 500s. So the 600s is the greatest, so we can list that one. 32,644 is greater than, the next highest one is 500s, is greater than 32,534, which is greater than 32,434. So again, we compare the largest. If it's the same, we move to the next one. If the next greatest is the same, we move to the next one until we find ones that are different. Okay, let's erase this and try one more. Now in this problem, we're going to look at numbers written in different forms, which is what we learned in the last lesson we did. So we're going to write one number in expanded form, and the second number in standard form. Now one strategy for comparing this is to put both of the numbers into the same form. So probably the easiest to do is to take the number that's in expanded form and write it in standard form. So we have 700,000 and then 30,000, no thousands, no hundreds, 2 tens, and 8 ones. So we have 730,028. So if we put these in the place value charts, oops, sorry, I didn't start over far enough. So we have 700,000, 30, 28, and 735,000, 18. So comparing these, both the 100,000s are the same, both the 10,000s are the same. Then when we get to the thousands, we see that 5 is greater than 0. Therefore, 735,018 has to be greater than 700,000 plus 30,000 plus 20 plus 8, since these two are equivalent. All right, let's do some practice with our problem set. So for number 5, it says label the units in the place value chart. Draw a place value disc to represent each number in the place value chart. Then use greater than, less than, or equal to compare the two numbers and write the correct symbol in the circle. So let's do the first one together. Let's label the first place value chart. And we're going to write the first number So we have 6 hundred thousands, 110, and 5 ones. And so for the second number, we have 6 10,000s, 110, and I'm sorry, I didn't make 5 here, 5 ones. All right, so comparing them, we go to the largest place value, which we see in the first number is 100,000. In the second number, there's no 100,000s. So 600,000 is greater than 0. So we can put the symbol in our comparison statement and say 600,015 is greater than 60,015. Okay, pause the video and you try B. We'll start with labeling our place value chart. And you can write the number in or just write the place value dis in. So for the first number, we have 400,000s, no 10,000s, 9 1,000s, and 4 ones. For the second number, we have 400,000s, 4 10,000s, and 2 ones. So starting with the largest place value, 100,000s, we have 400,000s in the first number, 400,000s in the second number, so that doesn't help us. We move to the second and we see we have 0 10,000s in the first number, 4 10,000s in the second number. 4 10,000s is greater than 0 10,000s, therefore the second number is greater. So we say 409,004 is less than 440,002. Moving on to number 2. It says compare the two numbers by using the symbols greater than, less than, or equal to, and write the symbol in the circle. So this time we're going to do it without the place value charts, but we're going to think of the place value charts as we look at these two numbers. So we see that we start, the largest place value is 100,000s, and there's 3 in this number. We go here and there's no 100,000s. It doesn't start until the 10,000s units. So since 3 is greater than 0, 342,001 is greater than 94,981. Okay, you try B. Okay, again, one possible strategy is to turn both of these numbers into standard form. So we have 500,000, 80,000, 9,000, 110, no 10s, no 1s, and over here we have 580,000, 901. So looking at these two, the 100,000s are the same, the 10,000s are the same. The thousands, 9 is greater than 0, therefore 500,000 plus 80,000 plus 9,000 plus 100 is greater than 580,901. Okay, pause the video and try C. Again, one strategy is to rewrite the word form into standard form. We have 908,000s, 903. And so comparing that to the other number in standard form, we see the 100,000s is the same, the 10,000s is the same, the thousands is the same, the hundreds is the same. We don't get, whoops, I wrote this one wrong. Apologize. It's not 3 ones, it's 3 tens. The tens are the same and the ones are the same. So these two numbers have exactly the same value, so we put the equal sign. Okay, stop the video and try D. Now in this one, be careful because the units are not in order. It's 900s, not 900,000s, it's 900s, 5 10,000s, and 5 ones. So if we were going to write this in standard form, we'd have 5 10,000s, no thousands, 900s, and 9 ones. Then we have 6 10,000s, no thousands, 500s, and 9 ones. Comparing the place values, there's 5 10,000s here, 6 10,000s here, so 6 is greater than 5. So 900s, 5 10,000s, 9 ones is less than 6 10,000s, 500s, and 9 ones. You also could have just picked out the largest place values and compared them. That's another strategy. 5 10,000s is less than 6 10,000s. Either one works as long as you can justify your answer. Okay, moving on to number 3. It says, use the information in the chart below to list the height in feet of each mountain, and notice it says from least to greatest. We always have to check that when we're putting them in order. Are we going from least to greatest or greatest to least? And then it says name the mountain that has the lowest elevation in feet. So pause the video and try that one. Okay, we're going from least to greatest. So we have a 5,000, so we know that's going to actually be, and we have 4,000s. So we know that actually the greatest value has to be 5,344 feet. So we're done with that one. So we see all the other ones have 4,000. So now we're going to go to the hundreds place, and we have a 3 and a 9 and a 2. So the 2 is the least, so we're going to list that one first. And that's less than, between 3 and 9, 3 is the next least. And then that's the order. So the mountain that has the lowest elevation in feet, we go back in here and we see Slide Mountain. So we're going to write the answer to the question. Has the lowest elevation. Okay, moving on. Number 4 says arrange these numbers from least to greatest. So pause the video, go ahead and do that, arranging them from least to greatest. Okay, looking at these numbers, we see that they all have thousands except for this one. There's no thousands there. So 0 thousands has to be the first one. Then we have 2 8,000s and 2 2,000s. So one of those has to be next. So we see there's no hundreds, but this has 8 tens and this has 0 tens. So 0 is less than 8. So this needs to come next. Then 2,080, So we've used those. Now these both have 8,000, but this is 8,002. This is 8,200. So 8,002 is going to be next. And the greatest one will be 8,200. Okay, this for number 5, you're going the opposite way. You're going from greatest to least. So pause the video and try that one. Okay, from greatest to least, we have 3 numbers that have 700,000. We have 2 numbers that have 20,000. This has no 10,000s. So these two are the same. Then we have this one with 8,000, and then we have one with 0,000s. So the greatest one has to be 728,000. And then the next one will be 720,800. Now we have another number that has this 700,000, so 708,020. And finally, the least would be 78,300. For number 6, it says 1 astronomical unit, or AU, is the approximate distance from the Earth to the Sun. The following are the approximate distances from Earth to nearby stars given AUs. List the names of the stars and their distances in AUs in order from closest to farthest. So closest would be least to farthest, the most AUs away. So pause the video and try that one. Okay, so the closest star is going to be Proxima Centauri. At 268,269 AUs. The next one will be Alpha Centauri at 275,725 AUs. The next one would be Bernard Star at 377,098 AUs. Then Sirius, 542,774 AUs. And the farthest star would be Epsilon, Ardani, at 665,282 AUs. And that's the last problem in lesson 5.